Welcome to Showtime 49. Welcome to Showtime 49.
What's good, y'all? Y'all know it's Showtime, bro, here on Showtime 49. I appreciate y'all for stopping through. But you know who I got to talk about? We 4-0. And we got to give some credit to CMC, man. I personally feel like he's the real MVP. Personally, I feel like on our team, definitely MVP. And if you're on our team as the MVP, then you should be considered as the MVP in the league because we are that team. 4-0. There's other teams that's 4-0, like the Eagles. But hey, we look the best though. We look the best out of all the teams, honestly. Our defense has been consistent. They had a time here where it was a little rough for that one point in the game, but they shut it down. They shut it down and was like, we're not doing this no more. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Kyle Shanahan, for start calling some a little bit more plays so we can get some more points on the board. Because Glock Purdy had to put up that 30. You feel me? Yes, he did. But let's talk about CMC and what he really means to this team. Now, when we traded for him last year, there were plenty of people saying that this trade was not good, and they were saying that the Panthers got the better end of the deal. I don't see that. I don't see that at all, and here's why: because this man just broke Jerry Rice's record for consecutive touchdowns in a game. Jerry Rice. We all know that's the GOAT wide receiver. We know this. And Christian McCaffrey just broke his record. 13 consecutive weeks with a touchdown. And he had 4 of them today, 1 receiving. Quit playing with this man, okay? Now I get it. Brock Purdy has been undefeated as a starter. Let's not forget that CMC was it's like the same, because when he got here and we lost that game to the Chiefs, he'd only been here for 2 days, and shoot, Brock Purdy threw a pick that game, because he wasn't the starting quarterback. But he ain't the one. He ain't threw no pick this year. Brock Purdy ain't. But CMC, on the other hand, this man, we've been undefeated since he's had at least a week of preparation before a game in the regular season. We ain't lost a game either. So we give a lot of love to Brock, but we're going to have to give more to CMC because Brock throws the CMC like the majority of the time. He's either handing it off to him or he's throwing it to him. Without CMC, I have no idea where we would be. I think we still be pretty good, but as far as looking like Super Bowl favorites, it has a lot to do with Christian McCaffrey. A lot. A lot. But I do want to get on to Brock Purdy because before I do that, congrats, CMC. Congrats on breaking Jerry Rice's record. You deserve all of it because you work hard, extra hard. You come in there, you set a standard for even OTAs, just showing up, looking ready to go, working hard when most big name players don't even show up. But you were there. People like that deserve MVPs. Now, I understand it's early. It's only week 4. But we all know Christian McCaffrey is a machine. He plays the exact same every game. He doesn't get shut down. Clearly, another 100-plus yards rushing a day. But like I said, we're going to get to Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, 238 yards passing. His passer rating was like 134 or something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. This man was 20 for 21. Now, he threw some passes out there to Brandon Ayuk that looked nice. Sometimes he just threw it in the open space. Sometimes Brandon Ayuk had to adjust and make the play. But hey, this man just came off an injury. And I mean, he out there looking great. I love Brandon Ayuk. Y'all know that Brandon Ayuk to me is our number 1 receiver, but we'll get to him later. Brock Purdy to me is like Magic Johnson. That's what he is. He's like a legit, straight, confident point guard with plenty of poise and accurate and knows the playbook and knows exactly where he's going with the ball. He may not wow you with a bunch of flashy passes and a bunch of sidearm stuff and getting away from pressure and throwing it off 1 foot 50, 60 yards down the field right into the receiver hands. He might not do all that, but he gonna run this offense right. He may throw a lot of passes that are 15 yards and under, but they on point. And I can't be mad at it. You know, that might be exactly what we need to win a Super Bowl because we know we were just a good quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. And I believe that Brock Purdy is better than Jimmy Garoppolo in a small sample size, but I've seen a huge sample size of Jimmy Garoppolo, and I see choke artists, and I'm good as long as Brock stays healthy. I think we're in good hands because Kyle Shanahan trusts him, and you've seen that when we go for it on fourth down and he calls a passing play. Have we ever passed so much since Brock Purdy got here? I don't think so. I don't think so. We run the ball a lot. We know that. We know we're a running team, especially when you got somebody like Christian McCaffrey. And most of the passes still feel like they'll go to Christian McCaffrey, as I said earlier. But Brock Purdy is playing excellent. Excellent. And can't really ask for anything better. And the most important thing, he's taking care of the ball. He's still thrown 0 interceptions. 0. And that's good. Now, if we can get through this Cowboys game, speaking of the Cowboys, I got a lot of fun stuff lined up for y'all this week. I got a couple Cowboy fans that's going to be on the show, and we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk mess. We're going to ride for our teams. We're going to give reasons why each team should win and all that. It's going to be a good week for us. Currently at work right now, but I still had to do this for y'all because I appreciate y'all. I really do. And I'll have fun doing this, especially when our team is undefeated. Let's go, man. 4-0. 4-0. We ain't, man. Hey, next week a lot can happen. Like, we ain't had a start this good since I think the 2019 season. What we think, like 14, is it, regular season games in a row that we won? Something like that, 13, somewhere around there. I think we could tie the record next week or break it, one of the two, next week against the Cowboys, and I will be at that game. Ticket is bought, and I will be there. I'm going to have all the footage for y'all. I can't wait. I might not even have a voice to record after. But I'm going to do most of my recording during the week because you know how it is. You know what it's going to be. And it's going to be a hard-fought game. Cowboys looked good today. They took that L to them Cardinals and last week. And Joshua Dobbs is good. That he looks like a good quarterback to me. I feel like Kyler Murray's tenure with the Cardinals should be over. It is what it is. It is what it is because that man is out there confident. I seen when he made mistakes today, how upset he actually was. That means he's invested and he cares. Last thing he wants is a quarterback that looks like they don't care. And Joshua Dobbs looks like he does. And I'm not here to give him a whole bunch of praise, but I'm gonna give him some because I see a good quarterback. I see a good quarterback. Like, it is what it is. And to me, he looks like he's playing the part. He looks like he could be good with the Cardinals. And as long as they keep on riding with him, rocking with him, I mean, Kyler Murray's he's not coming off the PUP list. So to me, it's his team. And I can see why they beat the Cowboys. He does pose a threat that some quarterbacks don't. He's a mobile quarterback. It looks like he has a good arm to me. You know, his accuracy is good. He still threw for over 200 yards on us today. And we're the best. We've been the best defense for the last couple of years now. So anybody that can have a good game on us, I give them props. Because we come in hard all the time. Pause. Let's get to Brandon Ayuk. Now I did want to go in a little bit in depth with him. This man started out in Kyle Shanahan's doghouse to being the number 1 wide receiver on the team, in my eyes. And that's because he's the best route runner. He has the best hands. I've said all this stuff before. But he just came back off injury today. And the way he adjusted to make some of those catches thrown by Brock Purdy, I appreciate Brock for even seeing them and throwing it out there. He even threw one with two defenders on it. And Ayuk still found a way to adjust and beat both of them and catch the ball. It was out there. It was a little underthrown. Brock had a couple of those today, but Ayuk made up for it, so it doesn't matter. It wasn't incomplete, and it wasn't turned over. He caught the ball, so it doesn't matter. Good job. We're doing what we need to do. Brandon Ayuk looks hungry out there. He looking like He deserved to get paid. He was looking like he was one of the top wide receivers in the league. I just don't really. I'm really not afraid of any team at this point. Any team. We've been scoring 30 plus points every single game and put up another 35 piece today. If it wasn't for Brock Purdy's rush at the goal line or youth check missing it by an inch, then Christian McCaffrey would have had every single point for us today. Which is why I say he the MVP. But Brandon Ayuk, yeah, man, you out there doing your thing. You doing a great job. I mean, you out here extra hungry. We know you ain't no sucker. You be out here blocking, getting in fool's face, tough catches, tough runs, yards after catch. I mean, I would be heartbroken if you weren't a Niner. I want you to be a Niner for life. And with that being said, as long as our team stays healthy, then we may be on a year to remember and finally a positive ending. A positive. Well, that's my instant reaction, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I had to highlight three people. I know our defense came to play. They slacked a little bit in the third, but they got it. They got it together. So I'm expecting them to continue to be number one, and that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. But until then, I'll holler at y'all on the next one.